Okay, everyone, welcome back to our Pokemon Red Nuzlocke. When we left off last week, we had taken a very severe and brutal beating from our rival on the SSN, to the point where, by all accounts, our run should have ended. There's no beating around the bush. We should not be in a position where we should be able to continue our run because everything or practically everything that we had on our team was weak to the Kadabra that our rival had on his team. But for some reason or another, our rival did not use Confusion on our Nidorino, and we were able to scrap out the rest of that fight. But it cost us nearly everyone on our team. So let's introduce you to the new team as we currently have it. There are only 5 members of this team at this moment, which is not particularly great. As you recall, last week we should have had 6 members of this team as we ended the episode. But while I was grinding up some more members of the team, the Zubat that we caught in the Mount Moon Cave, unfortunately, succumbs to a wild encounter, which I'm not proud about, but what can you really do about it? So we have Charles the Butterfree, and Charles is not going to do us any good in the Lieutenant Surge fight. We also have Tanner Arfiro added in here, and again, not going to do us any good in the Lieutenant Surge fight. We have Vipra, the Arbok on our team, if I can showcase him. There we are, Vipra, the Arbok, and as you can see, we did teach Dig to this Arbok, and hopefully that should help us in the fight against Lieutenant Surge, especially because we've ran into a bit of an issue or a problem with our Nidorino that's on our team. We have Dale, our Wartortle, on deck and back in the team rotation. Again, not going to see any activity in the Lieutenant Surge fight. And we have Peter, our Nidorino, who, as long as we get them to a ground type by using a Moonstone, we should be fine to use him against the ace of the opponent of Raichu of Lieutenant Surge. That should be fine for us to use there. The problem is, as our team currently stands, we do not have anyone who can learn Dig. They're not Dig. We literally taught Dig to Arbok. Cut. And that is a bit of a problem. Now, in this version of the game, I don't have access to Sandslash. Sandslash is normally a Pokemon that you can find on some of these routes, but unfortunately, I am not able to do that. And all the members of our team that were able to learn Dig, Cut, were knocked out in the battle last week. So we need to do 2 things. First off, we need to come over here to Route 7, I believe is which one it is. And we need to get ourselves an encounter. This is not Route 7. This is Route 11. We need to get ourselves an encounter over here in this grass. But the problem is we're not going to get anything that can learn Cut on this route. That being said, before I do so, I've got enough Pokeballs to make this doable. So let's see what we get on this route. And a Drowsy. Drowsy, not the worst thing that we could see. And I'm really hoping that we can catch this. Let's go ahead and see if we can put it to sleep. There we go. Nice sleep powder there on the Drowsy. And now we're simply going to throw a couple of Pokeballs at it while it's got a status condition active on it and see if we can catch the Drowsy. Now, Drowsy is not capable of learning Cut, but it's fine because it's a new member to the team. It's a Psychic type, which has a lot of power in this generation. So yes, we will give a nickname to Drowsy. And we are going to name this Drowsy... Oh. Let's name him Phil. I don't know why that's the name that's popped into my head, but Phil is the name that we have given to this Drowsy. Now, I can get one other encounter still from Route 6, which was immediately before this town. And honestly, we're going to have to use a Pokemon that we've seen before, which by some accounts you can use Dupe's Claws to get rid of Pokemon that you've seen before and add them back to your team, or to not have to add them to your team. But there's a specific Pokemon that I'm looking for, which would be really helpful to have either just a second opportunity with, or at the very least to use the Cut HM on. So let's see if we can find that here, because I think it does spawn on this route, if I'm not mistaken. Walk into the grass and see if we can find it. And that's another Pidgey. I'll just pick up when I've found the Pokemon that I'm speaking in reference to. There we are. Oddish. Oddish is the Pokemon that I am looking for that is going to give us the ability to use Cut, which is honestly what we need. Now, I'm a bug and a flying type, so I shouldn't be affected by this Oddish. Now we're going to go ahead and throw a Pokeball at this Oddish. And there we go. Oddish has been caught. Now, we are going to give a nickname to this Oddish, and I'm undecided as to whether or not it's going to stick around on the team. And so, the name that I'm going to give it is Phantom, but I'm going to spell it a specific way. And that is like this. Because Phantom is going to be the user of Cut, and I don't know if it can use Flash or not. If it can, then sure, we'll try teaching that to it. But at the very least, we need this Oddish on the team to get to Lieutenant Surge's gym. So let's go ahead and get into our box. Let's deposit Phil. Awesome. And then let's go ahead and withdraw Phantom. Awesome as well. Let's now make our way over here, heal up our team. And there goes a nice team heal, which we can now break away from and teach our HM1 to this Oddish. Awesome. Okay, now let's go into the unknown territory here. So first off, I'm going to, I think I still have this Moonstone. And the problem here is, because Peter is at level 24, it means that Nidoking is not going to be able to learn Thrash, which I really would have liked to have had Thrash on this Pokemon, but in order to get through that rival fight, we just had to have Thrash on hand. So let's go ahead and move our team around. I cannot have Peter at any higher of a level than what he's at right now. So we are going to switch this Vipra into the front of our party and then make our way to Phantom so we can cut through this bush. And now we will go into Lieutenant Surge's gym. And let's go ahead and see. There's a switch under this trash can. Oh, that's all of the switches. And I believe if I get over here, I can just go right into the Lieutenant Surge fight, which may be in my best interest because I don't want to get too many of my other characters higher in the level. So let's just walk right up to Lieutenant Surge and hope that everything goes well with this fight. Because he has a Voltorb, he has a Pikachu, and he has a Raichu. And as long as Vipra can take out the Voltorb and the Pikachu, we should be in the clear to use our Nidoking against... Oh, of course he gets a critical hit. Sonic Boom, glad that I missed that. Here goes the dig. That's a one-shot. That's awesome. So Vipra gaining some extra experience there. Let's go ahead and dig. We're faster than the Pikachu, probably just because we are so much higher level. There goes Vipra with the dig there. That's, again, super effective. And we're going to try digging one more time against this Raichu. That should just be neutral to us. Oh, that's not particularly great. We're going to try digging one more time. Please just hit this. And of course it's fully paralyzed. I'm not going to waste any more of that, so it's time for us to switch to the method that I was anticipating. Peter coming out here. Thunderbolt not going to do anything to our Nido King, and I don't think that this Raichu has a way to hit me. That's a critical hit on the Horn attack. It's now no longer going to take it out, I don't believe, unless we get another critical hit. And then we can just Poison Sting to get around this. Honestly, this fight went a lot smoother than I was anticipating it to. And we didn't even go over level as a result of that fight. Honestly, not so bad. And now we are going to end up having some additional health here. Or not health, additional TM from Lieutenant Surge, which should be Thunderbolt. That's good. And I don't know if I have anyone on my team that can learn it, but we're about to find out. Let's head down and grab... That's not the right one. That's Rest. Can anyone on our team learn Thunderbolt? Of course Peter can learn Thunderbolt. I don't know that I want to teach that to him just yet, though, so let's make our way out of here. None of these trainers will now want to fight us, which is unfortunate for the sake of HP, but we really needed that to be the case for getting through that fight. Let's go ahead and break out Phantom again so we can cut through that. Let's then make our way up to the Pokemon Center and get healed. Now, I'm not going to go into the next gym fight, mainly due to the fact that I don't really have a way to get around to that, and I think that we've done a lot of the important progression that we needed to do at this point. But now that we can cut things, we just need to go up to the Route 2 space and see if we can get our hands on the Flash HM. So let's make our way over here, and then through the cave I'll catch up with you, and we've chatted with Professor Oak's aide on the other side. Okay, here we are. Let's get into this top level of this. It's not this place, is it? I didn't think it was. No, and this guy wants a trade, I thought. He wants an Abra. I don't have an Abra, so I can't get the Mr. Mime here, though that would be a really cool Pokemon to have on our team if we were able to do so. Let's get cut out here again. Get through this space. There should be an item down here that we can grab as well. Or was it up here? Did I already grab the item? That's the other question. I don't know if I did or not. It looks like I did if it was here. I don't honestly recall where it was located, but let's go down to this research facility so we can talk to Professor Oak's aide. And he should be able to give us the Flash HM, which is honestly a bit of a waste. Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay, you can teach us Flash, and yes, I have 22. 10's actually a fairly low bar for the Flash HM, so that's not so bad. Let's make our way down here, see if we can pick this up. HP up, that's a decent item to have on hand. What do we have here? Another Moonstone. Okay. Don't know that we'll have something that we can teach that to. But let's now check and see if we can use the Flash HM on any of our team members. And unfortunately, no one is able to learn that. I get the feeling that Drowsy and Hypno might be able to. And we do have one of those that we can add to our team, so I'm not overly concerned about not having access to it. That, and we're going to get a couple of additional encounters here in just a brief moment. Anyway, let's go ahead and cut through this again so we can make our way back to Rock Tunnel. And then we can make our way over to Cerulean City and go over to Route 9. Okay, that was kind of what I anticipated. Phil is able to learn Flash, so we will want to have him in our party, and it'll be good to have a Psychic type in the party regardless. I think it just knows Pound and Flash. Oh, it knows Hypnosis at this level too, so that's not so bad. Let's go ahead and move him up into the primary slot so we can get some additional experience there. We'll also want to put Phantom up towards the front of the party if we want to level them up as well. So let's make our way out of here, out of the Vermilion City and back up to, is it Celadon? It's Cerulean City. Don't know why I couldn't recall that. All right, let's make our way on to Route 9. Phantom will go ahead and cut us through here again. And here is a trainer. And this is, I think, a point of no return. Like, we are committed to making our way through here. So let's just check and make sure that we've got a couple of antidotes on hand, just in case poison were to happen. I think we do, so we're going to be okay there. And we got some potions if we really get into a bind as well. Actually, no, this isn't a point of no return. We can go up and then get back down and around. So we should be okay if we need to do so. Let's get in a battle with this trainer here. And it's a junior trainer. They've got a lot of things. That's an Oddish coming out. Phil, I forgot you were asleep and you're way too underleveled to do a whole lot here anyway. So let's go ahead and switch Tanner in against this Oddish. And Poison Powder, that's not fun. Let's go ahead and Peck, get rid of the Oddish here, assuming we can... What? That's just rude. Yeah, that's not a whole lot of fun. Let's Peck there too. Get rid of... Where was that critical hit on the first time? Anyway, Phil and Tanner gaining some experience. Here comes a Bellsprout. We can Peck this one as well. Hopefully this one will just go down to one Peck. It does. That way we avoid some poison damage. Here comes another Oddish. Again, we're going to Peck to get through this. And that one went down in one hit too. I don't know what happened with that first one. Here comes the final Bellsprout. Let's get one more Peck out of the way. And awesome, we only took one tick of poison damage there. So we're going to want to use an antidote here, so Tanner doesn't take any extra additional and unnecessary poison damage. There we go. Nice work, Tanner. Let's come down here. Let's go ahead and grab TM30. I don't know what that one is, so let's go ahead and check. Actually, I have a reference here instead that I can use. That's Teleport. It's not going to do us any good in the immediate future here. There's a few select places that we can go to get our next encounter, so let's go up this way. We can get an trainer fight with this guy here. I can't remember if this is another junior trainer, or if it's a bug catcher at all. It is another junior trainer. So here comes a Growlithe, which means that our good friend Dale gets to come out to play. He hasn't been out in a little while. And here comes a bite from Growlithe. That doesn't do a whole lot for us. Let's go ahead and Bubble Beam here. That's going to get us real quickly through that. Well, maybe not. But it did at least get some nice preliminary damage onto the Growlithe. We can now... I meant to tackle, but the secondary upwards input did not fully register. There we are. That's a tackle. That's going to get us through the Growlithe. And Phil grows to level 10. That's really good for him. And here comes a Charmander. So again, we're going to Bubble Beam here. Why are you faster than me? You should not be faster than me. Don't burn me! At least it only cuts my physical attack and not my special attack. Of course, the burn hurts. And we'll go ahead and Water Gun just to get through the remainder of that Charmander. Now, fortunately, burn does not affect you outside of battle, so that's a positive there. It just cuts your attack within battle. I think that does factor into the first generation as well. This is a Bug Trainer, I believe. And I think we're going to run into I think we run into both a Butterfree and a Beedrill. So there's our Beedrill. We want to switch out of this almost immediately. Let's go over to Tanner. Tanner should make quick work of both of these Bug Trainers. He just cut his special attack, or his crit rating, by a quarter. And, of course, he goes for something similar again, which does not help his case whatsoever. Now, here comes our Bug-type Beedrill. Oh, I thought it was going to be a Butterfree, but apparently it's just two Beedrills. That's super effective. There's a Fury attack. These shouldn't do a whole lot. Yeah, just hit me twice and have it be over with. Or 3 times. That's fine, too. 4 is a little excessive if you hit me a 5th time. Wow. That's just absurd. There's our second peck to get rid of the Beedrill there. Alright, there goes the Beedrill. Tanner up to level 23. We've got to be mindful of that as we come into Erica's gym in Celadon City, as that's the next one that we will need to take on. But I'm not super concerned about it, and I don't recall at what level Fearow learns Drill Peck. There is a Spearow, so we're going to go ahead and move past this one and see if we can find something better. That's a Rattata. We lost our Rattata very early on in this run, so it might be nice to have another one, but we're gonna see. We might. Oh my gosh, I didn't think you knew Hyper Fang at that level. Well, that's a Drowsy out of the way. No, we are not going to. That's really unfortunate. Well, Drowsy here for a good time, not a long time, I suppose. Let's see. If we run into something else here, that's a Spearow, and we are leading with our Oddish, which is not great. So we're going to switch to literally anyone else for this. And let's go ahead and make our way out of this fight. Well, I was hoping to run into something else on this route, but the only available Pokemon are Spearow, Rattata, and Ekans. So we are going to go ahead and catch this Rattata. We have it poisoned and relatively low, so that should be a relatively easy catch. We are going to name this... I think we already have a Peter. I think that's the name of our Nidoking, if I'm not mistaken. So we are going to name this Rattata. We're going to name him Blake, just because that's what came into my mind here. And Blake gets transferred to a PC. Now, I don't know off the top of my head if this Phil's gone. I don't know if Rattata can learn Flash. I feel like it probably can't. So we're going to go ahead and walk in here, and we're going to hold on to Phil for the briefest of moments, if for no other reason than I need to know. Nope. I need to know. Actually, that Butterfree can learn Flash, can't it? But didn't I look to see if it could learn Flash? feel like I did. We're going to put Phil in here anyway. To hold on to it for the briefest of moments. And then let's go ahead and change boxes. Back to box 1. We're going to withdraw Charles. And then we'll see if HM5 can be learned by Charles. It is not able to learn that, and I'm fairly confident that the Rattata can't learn it either. But we're going to find out. Yep, that's what I figured. I figured that Blake would not be able to learn that. But we are going to make our way over here to the desk and heal up our party. Make sure that everyone is in a healthy state. There we go. And now we'll make our way back onto Route 9. We're going to switch our Pokemon around here. Put Phantom back in the primary slot here. We're going to put Blake up towards the front as well. And then keep Peter. Yeah, we do have a Peter. That's what I thought that I'd recall. I was going to maybe name the Pete as in repeat. But I don't want to have a Pete and a Peter on the team if I can avoid it. So let's head back over to Route 9. So let's come down here. We can get in this fight with this. I feel like this is a hiker, because that's what hikers generally look like. And Phantom should be able to do some decent work here against this, unless he leads with a Machop. In which case, we are going to switch to Tanner. So we can use a flying type move against it. That's actually a fighting type move, which fighting type moves are few and far between in this generation, because Karate Chop, despite the obvious connotation and intention there, is not a fighting type move. So there is Phantom and Tanner. We need to get rid of Tanner here. And this is probably not my smartest switch here, especially if it's going to do something like that. So we are going to now switch over to Dale. At least Phantom will get some additional experience from that. And you missed your bind twice. That's unfortunate for you. Bubble Beam will make short work of the Onix, and that's going to give a nice little even distribution of our experience to all of those members. Let's make our way down here. Looks like we've got another hiker that we can interact with. And let's go ahead and see how well this goes for us. Hiker wants to fight. Geodude coming out. Absorb should do... Oh! That's Phantom down, I'm sure. Why? Yeah, there's no reason that that wasn't going to. Well, Phantom we're going to hold on to in our box. Man, that was stupid. But Phantom we're going to hold on to in our box, so we have a Pokemon that can use Cut. We are going to hold on to our Drowsy, so we have a Pokemon that can use Flash, and that's just relatively unfortunate, but Dale making quick with the Onix there. That was very rude of you, Mr. Hiker, there. And I don't have any ghosts that could have taken that on for me, which is really, really unfortunate. Anyway, let's make our way back along the top here until we run into this next trainer. Sure, tell me what you got, bud. Bugs. More bugs. Caterpie, and who are we leading with? Blake. That's not the worst thing in the world. We can... Don't miss your Hyper Fangs, young man. Because now we're going to be slower. Thank you. Oh, that was a critical hit there, huh? But Blake should get some really good experience from this one-on-one fight. We're going to Hyper Fang here. Again. We're going to... Wow, why are you just string shotting? You have Poison Sting. You should be using it. But I'll take it if it's an excuse to get away from some of these attacks here. Disable and Quick Attack was disabled. That's fine. Hyper Fang does more damage anyway. What does Tackle do? Enough to the point where I can hang on to it. Disable, that's fine. Of course I'm disabled no more now. That was actually really good for Blake to sit in there and get a lot of experience on this bug catcher. I'm quite proud of that, actually. And here comes another hiker. If he self-destructs on me, I don't know what I'm going to do. Alright, Mr. Hiker. You have a Geodude as well. We need to switch in someone who should be able to tank a self-destruct if he goes for that. Rock Throw, not the worst. Let's get in a Horn Attack there. That doesn't do hardly anything. But it's the strongest move that we have on this. And I think it's our safest option at this point, just in case he does. Unless he starts defense curling, in which case we're going to switch to Dale. If he has self-destruct, he has not been keen on using it. That's fine. I'm just going to Bubble Beam, get around. Your defense increases so we can get you out of the way. Blake gaining some experience. Oh, that level up was coming literally any moment there. And here comes a Machop, which... not weak to this, but since Dale's already in there, we'll go ahead and use it. That should just do neutral damage to us. And let's go ahead and get a Water Gun in here. Especially since his Speedfall, we knew that we were going to get it past him anyway. And here's a Geodude, which will swiftly Bubble Beam before it has a chance to self-destruct on me. Thank you. Dale gaining some additional experience. That's always good. And I think with that... oh, there's one more trainer here. If I stay over here... oh, she didn't see me. That's fun. I think this is still a part of Route 9. So we are not going to hang out there. But we do need to come over here. We need to come back over to our PC. And we need to deposit our friend. I'm going to always... nope. I'm going to always put the Pokemon that I have a need to hang on to in box 2. So we're going to go ahead and deposit... which one was it? It was Phantom. And we're going to go ahead and withdraw. I need to withdraw Phil, but I'm going to leave him in there for a minute because I don't want to heal him back up. I want him using his moves while fainted, so there's no reason for him to come up in later fights here. So let's go ahead and heal up there. We are now a team member down in our party, but that's fine. Let's come up here and battle this final trainer that we sidestepped real quick there. And with this final fight, I think it should be everything that we really needed to cover in today's episode. There is the junior trainer. Here comes a Meow. And I think this is all that this trainer has. We're going to go ahead and... don't payday me. I guess maybe I get some free money out of that. Of course that missed. So we are now going to switch over to Vipra. That should be fine. Unless it crits me. Jeez. We're going to dig so we can get out of the way of some of these attacks that it's going to throw out at me. Growl, that's good that we were out of the way of that. And then let's go ahead and bite here. That's fine. It should go down to this anyway. Alright. Bad. There's additional experience to Blake and Vipra. Not so bad. We are going to go ahead and head back down here to the Pokemon Center. We're going to heal up our team as is, and next week we will make our way through Rock Tunnel. So I hope that you are eager to see what comes with that. Some unfortunate setbacks here, but we'll continue to work past them and move through them as we are able and capable of doing so. Fortunately, any of the Zubats that we run into in Rock Tunnel we can just walk away from, so I'm not going to complain about that. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.